Hello everyone, it's Maya Kana, and in this video I wanted to talk about letting go and surrendering to your highest path. And to me this is kind of like a timely video because I've done a lot of readings in the past week, like 50 or so. Anyway, so one of the messages that has been coming through from people's guides, like a lot of people's guides, is about aligning with the highest path, and for people letting go of our beliefs about how we think that things must manifest in our life, because there are a lot of changes that are taking place right now in our physical world, like that are coming down here to earth, and it's changing the possibilities that we have for our life. So in this video I wanted to talk a little bit about some warning signs that maybe you could do more letting go or surrendering, and then also like what it actually means to align with your highest path and what you can do to support that. So signs that maybe might not be fully surrendered to your highest path. One that I see a lot is people holding on, and I've done this too, we've all done it, like holding on very specifically to like how an outcome must look. So I think it's important for everybody to know that our guides hear our thoughts. Like even if you don't hear them, they hear you. So if you just you just need to tell your guides something like one time, like, I would just for example, let's say that you are trying to manifest a job, and the best things to sort of tell your guidance system is like the feelings that you want to have, not the specifics. So for example, some people might say, I want a job and I want to make $90,000 a year. A better thing, another possibility would be to say to your guides, I want a job where I feel absolutely abundant and I have more than enough to pay all my expenses and to save money and to feel overflowing with abundance. And the reason why you might want to say something like that as opposed to money is because, what if your $90,000 job comes in New York City? Maybe it's not even then enough for you to even survive, right? So you're putting behind instead the feeling. Yes, so you want to manifest the feeling rather than the specifics, like in this case. So if you find that you're sort of like really holding on to a specific thing, particularly details, like it can be very helpful. Now I have my North Node in Pisces, so this is like really my thing, but it's very helpful to manifest a larger vision of what we want rather than to get trapped up in like the details of what each step looks like. So if you're trying to manifest your twin flame union, don't necessarily try to manifest your twin flame calling you tonight. Like this is what I see a lot of people doing. Manifest the union. Energize the union. Ask your guides to bring down your union, to ground your union in the 3D world, in the material world, in whatever way is in the highest and best good. And maybe from our vantage point, even when we are very intuitive, like a lot of times we're still only seeing a little bit in advance. We're still only seeing a couple weeks in advance, or a year in advance, or maybe a couple years in advance, right? And so we're like, I know certain that this thing is in my best good, that my twin calls me tonight is in the best good, right? So we're thinking like that because that's what we're seeing. And if you are very spiritually powerful, and you demand, like, my twin flame must call me tonight, like for example, right? It'll probably happen because you're a powerful creator. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's in the highest and best good. Because what if instead of calling you that night, your twin flame was gonna maybe go out with friends and then maybe meet a really important person that turned out to provide a really important opportunity that actually expanded your mission or something, just for example. So we are being guided in so many ways right now to reframe our vision for our life. I feel like we went through through some sort of portal, like around this time last week. Maybe some of you guys felt that. And that some of us stepped into new timelines in our reality. And we subconsciously, like in our dream state or in our higher mind, we actually align with a new and beautiful life. But maybe our physical mind didn't necessarily get that cue. So now some of us are starting to feel these changes coming on, and we're still holding on to the path that we had before, the timeline that we were on and what we wanted that to look like. And so I'm suggesting hold on to the feelings that you are desiring, the energy that you are desiring into your life, but let go of the specifics of what that might actually look like, if possible. I think it's okay to give our specifics over to spirit like ones, but then we have to let go. And where I see a lot of people, like, I'm not trying to, destroy my business, but at the same time, like, I do see a lot of people coming to me when they don't need to, because they are coming to me because they want one specific little thing. And certainly we can put our power behind that and manifest that if we together join each other in the vision of that possibility. But a lot of times it's not necessary, and if we just step out of our own way, something wonderful will manifest. So here is how you can, because you're probably thinking, well, the wonderful things, maybe they're not always manifesting in your life, so what the heck? So how do you ensure that you are going to align with your highest path, right? Okay, so what you need to do is you want to sit with yourself for a second and think about, what does my highest path feel like? Okay, and I think this is an important question because many wonderful spiritual teachers that I admire a lot talk about following your bliss, following your joy. And that's very resonant to me because my feeling that I'm after for my life is life force, joy, love, bliss. But I want you to ask yourself, is that what you actually want? Like, is that what your highest path feels like? Because I do believe that there may actually be people on the planet that are not actually after bliss. I know, right? Like, but there are other wonderful things too. So like, maybe there are people that like their highest path feels like calm, or it feels like serenity. Maybe there are actually people that want other things that we sometimes value as being, or evaluate as being negative, but maybe they actually do want that. Like maybe somebody is here and their highest path feels like chaos. I mean, ultimately, it's kind of like, I think we're all living our highest path. So if you have a life filled with chaos, there must be a part of you that really wanted that, okay? But anyway, so we ground ourselves. You want to align with your highest path. Ground yourself, center yourself. What does your highest path feel like? Not just like, what does your ideal job feel like? Or what does your ideal relationship feel like? Or your body? Because ultimately it's all the same. It's either like our life is in alignment or it isn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, my relationship's in alignment, but my career is not. It's like, I feel like life is just one stream. And then it's like, it's either you're flowing, exactly in alignment, or maybe you're not. You know what I mean? So, and it's okay to not be too. But anyway, okay, so when people say like everything is perfect, I think they're talking about this. Like, I'm in the stream I want to be in, like it doesn't all fit like all my mind's distortions, but I know it's right because I'm in that vibration that I want to be in. So whatever it is that you want to feel in your highest path, even if it is not bliss, even if it is calm, or you want to feel dreamy, imaginative, the way to align with it is to feel that now. Whatever it is, to feel it now. And at the very least, if you are not able to feel that all the time, I think you can. But if you can't, or you're not, the most important thing is to take action from that feeling, okay? So, in other words, don't take action from a feeling that isn't representative of your highest feeling. Do you get what I mean? So like, now the reason why I say this is because I noticed that for me, I don't actually think that much about the mechanics of manifestation. I just do it, you know, and it just comes natural to me. Thank you. I presume that's some sort of training that I received before I came here. But anyway, so it is important to take action from the energy that you are trying to manifest in your life. It's important to take action in general if you are trying to align with your highest path. I feel like that goes without saying, but I have noticed people that are just like, align with my highest path, align with my highest path, align with my highest path, and they're thinking that if they just do the feminine thing and they just align with it energetically, it's just going to happen. Well, in truth, I think that we're all balanced between the yin and the yang, masculine and feminine, and so we have to do a little of both. Like, you do the feminine thing for sure, don't discount it, you know, align energetically with it, but then do the masculine thing too, taking inspired action from that place. So whatever it is that you want, in whatever area of your life, bring that energy in, particularly when you are making action steps. So, for example, if you are trying to, okay, here we go, this is an important example. If you are trying to manifest union, the energy of divine union, true love with your twin flame, multiple choice question, okay, you're trying to manifest that with your twin flame. When you send a text message to your twin flame, should you write the message with A, anxiety, B, the energy of divine union and true love, or C, fear? Do you get what I mean? So obviously it's B, right? Like, but when we're making these decisions, we don't always slow down and think about this stuff. And I help a lot of people with communicating with their twin flame. And, you know, I like helping people a lot with communicating and analyzing communications, but you don't really need my help, you know. Like, the thing is that what you want to do is you want to put in the energy that you are desiring to get out. This just with everything in your life. You can't put, like, if you put in an energy that you don't want to get out, you're probably going to end up disappointed. So you got to put in the energy that you want to get out of your union. So if you are frustrated, your twin is not, you know, doing whatever it is, like, really ask yourself, am I showing up in that way? Is that the energy I'm putting out into my life? Am I putting out the energy that I want to get back? Because what you put out will come back to you. There's no way it won't. It will. So if you just embrace this, you know, in this now moment, and you get a little excited about it, or a little calm if you're wanting more calm, or a little chaotic if you're wanting more chaos, or whatever it is, you just take that on and you start acting from that place, you will rapidly improve your life, and you will rapidly improve your union. And I know that it is not always easy, or at least that's what my mind tells me, that isn't always easy, but it's actually not really that hard, especially if you approach it with, like, as a game, like realizing, okay, our life is a creative expression. Our life is an unfolding masterpiece. Like, there is no outcome that's absolutely has to be determined. Like, we have free will when we're here. We create whatever we want, or I'm creating right now, you're creating right now. Like, once you really embrace that, and also realize, like, you know, and remind yourself that you're an infinite being and you have an unlimited number of chances, you can get a little more, you know, feisty with your approach. You can have a little bit more fun. And I just would encourage everybody to make their decisions now going forward, as we are in this time of great change, to make their decisions not based on a specific vision and all the details of what something looks like in the material world, not based on the, you know, I just know I'm gonna live here in this house or whatever. Like, I totally value that stuff because I'm clairvoyant and I see visions and I work towards them. But I would encourage you to move a step beyond that, and to, instead of holding on to the specific physical outcome that you desire for your life, because it may have changed, because you may have actually aligned recently with a new timeline or a higher path, to instead just take action from the feeling that you know you want to have, and know that that is bringing you to your highest path, and it may be actually a higher path than what you had in store for yourself before, or what you had imagined. It's like, I think our guides are going to be bringing us, and our higher self and all of our spirit guides are going to be bringing us into realities that are better than what we actually had in store. And one of the things that makes me want to talk about this is, you know, of course, all my videos are inspired by things I have experienced, right? Like in a big way or small way with clients or in my own union. But for Zaire and I, like, we really want to move. We really want to leave Michigan, right? Like, just because we were both born here, and we just do. We want to start anew, you know? So I am free. Thank God. Like, I can go anywhere because of owning my own business and stuff. Zaire is achieving freedom at present. Okay, so anyway, so he's been applying for all of these jobs and stuff like that, and has had so many interviews and has been the final candidate dozens and dozens and dozens of times, and has been working towards this vision that he has of his new life and things like that, but none of them seem to manifest thus far. And whenever I tap into it, my guides are always like, you don't actually want that. There's something better in store for you. And I know, like, it's 100% true that there's something better in store, and I know I'm not the only one. Like, some of us are fiercely fighting for a certain path, or like we're just trudging down a certain path, many of us, and it might not be the highest path. We might not be able to see that it isn't, but it might not be the highest path. And so sometimes when you're getting like blocks, or, you know, you're having trouble finding your way, it might be because, you know, what you're actually doing is being redirected. You know, you're headed down this block, and then all of a sudden there's this, it forces you to turn this way, and that way is actually the highest path. So just letting go a little bit, releasing a little bit, and then knowing for sure if you are acting from the vibration that you desire, you are doing the right thing, even if it doesn't make sense to your mind. We gotta love our minds, you know, love and respect our minds, but just use them as the tool that they are, and know that you are not the mind. It is not your ruler. It's just a tool. And so we respect the tool and take care of it, but not let it get the best of our soul self. We've got to be free in our experience. Okay, so I think this has been a long video so far, so I'm just going to turn it over to you now. Hopefully you got some sort of nugget of inspiration or something for your life. It has been a pleasure to connect with you, and thank you for watching. Go out and create the life of your dreams, okay? And yes, thank you again, and namaste. Bye.